Good afternoon, team and family. Today is April 14th, 2020, and it's a terrific Tuesday. We are going to continue with online learning in our virtual classroom. First, I'm going to share the screen. All right. Again, good afternoon. So today we are going to continue learning about photosynthesis. Our learning goal for today, repeat after me. I can identify the process by which plants make food, the structures they use to undergo photosynthesis, and the functions of those structures. Again, I can identify the process by which plants make food, the structures they use to undergo photosynthesis, and the function of those structures. So the big idea is that plants are made of plant cells. Because they cannot go find food, they must make their own food. The process by which plants make food is called photosynthesis. It's called photosynthesis. Today, we are going to learn more about photosynthesis. So the guiding question or our essential question is, how do plants make food? What's our question again? How do plants make food? So we are going to answer this question in Google Classroom. So when you get into Google Classroom, you'll click your particular class. Today, I'll click Michigan State. And you'll click the Classworks tab. From the Classwork tab, you will look for the topic photosynthesis and today's date. And it is the same in Chicago. From the Classwork tab, photosynthesis, today's date, and also Notre Dame. From the Classwork tab, photosynthesis is a topic and today's date. All right. So I like to work out of the stream, and I just like to look for the today's date and the assignment for today. So I will click that, go to instructions. From here, we'll go to our FAB vocab. We always begin the lesson with a refresher of our vocabulary, academic vocabulary. All right, so Ms. Davis went over it earlier today, so I have to rewind. All right, so our first word, my turn, your turn, seeds. So seeds, the flower reproduces the plant by forming seeds. So flowers reproduce themselves by forming seeds. Stems. So a stem provides support and it brings the plant closer to the light, the sunlight energy or the light source in its environment. Roots. Roots are the part of the plant where the water and minerals enter the plant from the soil. So the roots are underground and they absorb water and minerals from the soil. Leaf. Leaf is the part of the plant where most photosynthesis takes place to produce the plant's food. And what did we say plant food was? That's right, glucose. Stomata. So a stomata is the tiny holes in the leaves of the plant where gases like carbon dioxide and oxygen enter and exit. These tiny holes in the leaves of the plant are also the site where water enters and exits the plant. During the morning, early in the morning, when you're on your way to Promise Academy, when you step outside and you accidentally hit the grass with your uniform shoes, sometimes there's water on those shoes. Now, it didn't rain the night before, but there's still water on those shoes. And that's because the plant loses water through the stomatas, but it also can gain water through the stomatas. So roots, stems, and leaves are plant parts, and they're very important in helping the plant make the food that it needs in order to survive. Chlorophyll. So chlorophyll is found in chloroplast, and it is the green pigment that makes it possible for the plants to make food. And it is the pigment that captures sunlight energy inside of the chloroplast. And remember, the chloroplast was the green kidney-shaped organelle inside of the plant cell. And then this is the chloroplast. It's a structure where photosynthesis takes place, and it contains the chlorophyll, the green pigment. Oxygen. So oxygen is an important byproduct of photosynthesis in which animals need to breathe. So there's multiple definitions of oxygen in this particular set, but I want you to recognize that it's a colorless, odorless gas that animals and humans need to breathe. It is also a byproduct of photosynthesis, and plants actually breathe oxygen at night. Carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide, this material is needed in photosynthesis and is produced by humans and animals. So this is the humans and the animals, and we're giving the plant carbon dioxide, and it's giving us oxygen. Sunlight. So sunlight is energy from the sun that is used by plants to produce their own food by the process of photosynthesis. So we say sunlight energy, or we just say sunlight, or we say light from the sun. Glucose. Glucose is the type of simple sugar made during photosynthesis. It is one of those byproducts or ending products of photosynthesis. Water, sunlight, and carbon dioxide. These three are needed in order for a plant to make its own food. So it needs these three things from its environment in order to make its own food. Oxygen, again, many definitions. But as a result of photosynthesis, green plants give off this substance as a waste product. Respiration. So respiration is a process by which plants and animals and other living things use oxygen to carry out life processes. And then photosynthesis. Again, it's the process by which a plant uses sunlight, carbon dioxide, and water from the environment and its own chlorophyll to make its own food. And plant food is called, that's right, glucose. Chemical energy. So chlorophyll absorbs light energy from the sun, and then the plant stores it as glucose, which would in the sugars and starches, which would be chemical energy because it is stored energy. And so it is stored energy until it begins to get used, and then it's no longer chemical energy. Water supply. Water vapor also escapes while the stomata are open, those openings in the leaves that we talked about. This is why plants need a good water supply to replace water lost through the stomata. Oxygen, carbon dioxide, plus water, sunlight, and chlorophyll, that is photosynthesis, these two byproducts, glucose and oxygen. And then finally, light, put together, or combine or make. This is just breaking down the word photosynthesis. So photo means light, and then synthesis means to put together. All right, so when you're done with the vocabulary, Ms. Davis wants you to play the match game. And I want you to go over your vocabulary words at least 2 times. And then after you go over your vocabulary words at least 2 times, then I want you to play match. And you can play it twice if you want to. All right, so this is, let's see. All right, and chlorophyll absorbs energy from the sun. Oh, that's chemical energy. The flower produced by forming seeds. These are plant parts. Water supply. Nope. Water vapor. Yeah. and then boom. All right, so 25 seconds was my best time so far. Um, you guys can play this game twice, play it as many times as you want to. I just want you to become familiar with the words. I'm not going to play the game again, but you are welcome to play as many times as you want. And once you complete your fab vocab and you get acclimated or familiar with the words, then I want you to come back into Google Classroom, and I have a video. It's actually a song. Yes, you know Miss Davis loves music. It's actually a song, and the little girl is singing about photosynthesis. So we're going to watch the song, and again, we're still identifying how plants make their food. So let's watch the song and listen to the young lady explain to us how plants make their food. Hmm. I thought it was really, really cute, and it was also informative.
Photosynthesis is how plants make their own food using sunlight. It helps them track light, and without it, there'd be no Make sure to subscribe for more videos.
All right. So once you watch the video, then I want you to click the Google Doc. The Google Doc will open up, and it has two questions in it just for you to answer. And they're just based off of the video. And actually, it's one. This one is one. Why do plants undergo photosynthesis? And if you paid attention, then you know why plants undergo photosynthesis. But I want to make sure that I know why. Miss Davis knows why. But I want to see that you know why. So then after you answer this question, you'll turn it in. You'll see to turn in, I'll go back. Here where it says share on your document, you'll see turn in. And then you can go back into the Google Classroom and you can also turn it in. It'll show Miss Davis who has turned it in and who has not. All right, from there, you have one more part of the assignment that I want you to complete. And it is a read words, and it's talking about plants and photosynthesis. Ms. Davis has already assigned it to everyone, so you just have to log in your student account. And then the questions, oh, well, I'm not going to pull them up because then I'll have to log back in. But then the questions, once you finish answering the questions, all you do is scroll down to the very bottom of the document, and then you press submit, and it will turn everything in for you. So let's do a real quick recap. Photosynthesis is the process by which plants make food. And plants need three things in order for photosynthesis to take place. Three things from the environment. What are those three things again? If you said water, sunlight, and carbon dioxide, you are correct. So they need water, sunlight, and carbon dioxide from their environment in order to undergo photosynthesis. Something that they already have within them is chlorophyll. Chlorophyll is what captures the sunlight. So after the plants go through photosynthesis, they have two byproducts. What are those two byproducts? If you said glucose and oxygen, you are absolutely correct. So after they go through photosynthesis, the byproducts are glucose and oxygen. All right. So again, start with your fab vocab. After your fab vocab, I want you to watch the video. After you watch the video, answer the question. And then after you answer the question, I want you to read the informational text that talks about plants and how they make their food, and then answer the questions. Please make sure you click submit and then fill in the questions that have a written part, well, a type part in this case. All right. So again, your teachers and I are available to you guys from 9 to 3 every day. Please make sure that you are doing your assignments. You're either submitting them in Google Classroom or you're submitting them on Class Dojo. Also make sure that you're doing your Compass Learning daily, reading and math, and then make sure that you're also completing Zearn. I've also put Legends of Learning inside of Google Classroom if you have free time. But if you don't get to it, that is fine. But it is essential that you do Compass Learning and Zearn. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us. You can email us or you can send us a message on Dojo. Have a wonderful day, promise.